Good day, everyone. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Welcome to another presentation of the Government Veterans Administration Real Estate Foreclosure. And today's presentation, I'm going to talk about this property in Jacksonville, Florida, one of the fastest growing cities in the country. Very fast growing. So let me give you an overview of the Zillow map, just a very brief, is in the suburbs of Jacksonville. Many areas of Jacksonville outside the city limit is growing extremely fast. We have promoted several VA foreclosures in recent months. Some of them are in the suburbs of St. John's, which is down here. Some of it is in Orange Park, and in this particular case, it is to the southwest of the downtown Jacksonville, around 10 miles away. And like I said, there's a tremendous population, real estate, and economic growth going on in Jacksonville. Some of the key economic driver, one of them is, as you guys know, is my confidence with respect to the military presence, and Jacksonville area is no different. Right here, Mayport Naval Base is very, very large. There are thousands and thousands of sailors are stationed here in Mayport Naval Base, and is one of the largest naval bases in the southeast portion of the U.S. And there are a number of destroyers and cruisers are home ported here in this area. So that will provide the tenant base probably maybe 50%. Maybe in this case, since this property is located a little bit further out inland from the naval base, I would say maybe 25% of the chance you may have a active duty military tenant. But most likely you're going to have a regular tenant, that high quality tenant that want to have a rental, and they make decent money, probably $60,000 or more per year, that can afford to pay you approximately $1,500 per month to rent your property. All right, so that's the big picture. Now let's go over the property. $170,000, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,735 square foot. Is only came on the VA listing for a mere 5 days. So I have to believe that within 24 to 48 hours, someone's offer will be accepted. I repeat, 24 to 48 hours. So this presentation is mainly for our several existing investors that are already under my fee-based program. If you like to know about the credentials and qualification to enter this program for you out there, read my newsletter carefully, more than one time perhaps. All right, so I'm not going to go over that, but I will go over the feature of this house, and I don't want to make this presentation too long. But so yeah, if I do not know you, well, then most likely you're not going to be able to purchase this property. But in the future, I mean, from time to time, on a monthly basis, you will find some high quality VA foreclosures in the Jacksonville, Florida area. So this is a prime example. It's an excellent location. In terms of a numerical neighborhood grade that I put, is probably a B+, B as in boy, B+ neighborhood. 4-bedroom, and let me see what else. Convenient to I-295, which is important, shopping, etc. Okay, and the projected rent is built very recently. So there's multiple benefits. It built in 2005, so just a very good neighborhood, very good property. That's all I have to say. And let me scroll down. I will go over the cash flow pro forma analysis momentarily. The rent estimate is $1,450, so the number makes sense. And the numerical rating, not so good so far, but is projected to be much better down the road, next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Jacksonville Metro continue to grow at an exponential rate. The Zillow also mentioned that the 1-year prediction of a potential appreciation, I don't know. I don't take too much stock in future projections, right? Because nobody can have a crystal ball. But the Zillow predicts the home value in this neighborhood going to be at least 3.5%. So that's a very reassuring that this neighborhood is really doing well. Okay, so briefly let's go over the property. 17 pictures. Again, this comes from Zillow. You can access this template on your own when you Google Zillow.com and the address. So outside looks very good. Let's look at the condition. So as a VA foreclosure buyer, not only you qualify for the 5% down, which is tremendous benefit. A typical VA foreclosure property are priced listed at 10 to 20% below fair market value. So there's a lot of built-in equity associated with this type of purchases. And of course, the rehab cost will come out of your pocket. Okay, I want to make that distinction. But there is we expect to have a mere cosmetic repair only, nothing. We have to believe because the government VA have certified this property to qualify for 5% down Vendee financing. We have to assume that the foundation, the electrical systems in all the major areas of the property is in compliance. They do not need to be addressed. Only cosmetic repairs, namely because this is a very good neighborhood and this is a very good, relatively new property built in 2005. So, all right. So as you can see, the living room is not carpet, which is good. That will lessen your chance to look very clean, very nice wooden floor, which a lot of people like, especially living room. Most people do not like any with carpets, so nothing to worry about. So looks visually looks good. We never know until we do the inspection report, which if you're lucky to have this offer get accepted, you are bidding probably against 5 to 10 other buyers. All right, so you're competing against local buyers who know the neighborhood very well. They see the value, they see that it's a good deal. You're also competing against other investors, for the multiple listing service from throughout the country and throughout the world. So your ability to pull the trigger quickly to qualify for the 5% down loan approval process, go through my system, pay my fee per property, and then we work together to submit our offer, get accepted, then spend money on an inspection in the next couple of weeks. If you approve the inspection report, then you will continue the pursuit of the closing of the property. And then if you for whatever reason, after inspection report, if you do not like this property, you can back out anytime, no problem, no conditions, and you will get your small deposit back. All right. So of course, it's a turnkey situation. Afterwards, we have several property management to refer to you. We have inspectors, a company, and insurance company, title company, all ready to help you to make this a very efficient passive investment. Okay, let's go through this property. This is a kitchen. It's an open floor plan, which is very good. Very clean. Yeah, this is upstairs, one of the bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, so it's a very good quality house. The carpet looks pretty clean, right? Bathroom, there's 2 sinks, which is good. The second bathroom, I don't see too much cosmetic repair, maybe a couple $1,000. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Inspection report will reveal the approximate cost, but so very ideal. The second bathroom, the backyard looks okay. Cookie cutter, pretty decent backyard size. Yeah, very decent actually. Okay, so everything looks good. And let me go over another metric that you need to understand. I always use this website to determine a mere 3 mile. This is very important, right? For my research and due diligence before I pick any property for my investors. So that within a 3 mile radius, there are 42 homes, 4-bedroom, similar, in the past 12 months in a 3-mile radius start being rented. All right, so this is a very good metric that makes me feel comfortable and confident, and as well as you guys out there, investors, that this neighborhood has at least in the past year, but they have a very good historical rental market situation. So we expect you're going to have a decent tenant. You can get your property rented within 30 to 60 days or sooner. And very, very good consistent rental market based on the numbers that we see here. If you scroll down, this property, let me see, what's the square footage of this property? Sorry, 1,700 square foot. So if you look at a comparable 1,700 square foot property, 1,450, right? 1,450 to 1,500, depending on the situation. All right. So all this similar neighborhood housing, square footage wise, the rent is approximately 1,500. So that gives me the comfort level. So with that said, let's go over all the important pro forma or cash flow analysis, if you will. And so within 5 minutes, we should conclude with this. Again, this property is his address, Jacksonville, Florida, upper northeast of Florida, like an hour and a half away from Orlando Metro. So square foot is 1,700, list price 170K, with the potential several multiple offers, competition. You have to know how to bid. Of course, once you enter into my fee-based system to purchase via foreclosures, we will work together very closely to how to bid and et cetera, et cetera. All right, down payment, amazing 5% down, which is $8,500 out of your pocket, plus around $4,000 closing costs out of your pocket, plus $5,000 fix-up cost, which I kind of overestimated it, based on the picture, the cosmetic repair should not be $5,000, but it's just a projection. So total out of pocket is 18 grand, probably less. All right. I put a gross rent is only 1,400 or could be 1,500, right? Could be even slightly more, but I want to be safe. I want to be conservative, right? Over deliver and what's that word? Under promise and over deliver. Okay, I try to make my number as realistic as possible without any hype, without any over projection, because that's the way I am. I want to be ethical, responsible, and realistic. I do not want to mislead anyone. Anyway, I put down 5% vacancy typically, okay, which is $70 per month basis. The property taxes is very reasonable, $143 per month, less than 1% of the purchase price. Very good property tax base for Florida investment. Insurance, $60 per month, 10% management fee, 10% of the gross rent, $133 per month. $18 HOA fees, very reasonable. And maintenance factor, I projected another 5% of the rent on an annual basis, on a monthly basis, $70. And then the Vendee Financing 5% down mortgage rate is a very specialized loan. You're not going to get the Vendee Financing through any bank. You go through my source, okay? So the interest rate is only around 4.25%. Very, very good, because a typical investment loan on a traditional investment property, a typical investment loan with the Fannie Mae kind of loan is probably 5.5%. So Vendee Financing interest rate on this mortgage is only 4.25%, which is give you a better cash flow, right? And the financial indicators are the rent to value ratio is almost 1% ratio, which is the benchmark, right? So capitalization rate 6.4%, very, very again exceed the benchmark for capitalization rate. And cash on cash return 7%, not too bad. And then you minus all your debt obligations I just mentioned. Okay, then also with the monthly mortgage you have to pay around $794. Then your monthly net cash flow based on only $1,400 projected gross rent is $112. So that is a good, decent number, because this property, this market, this location, you get a slight positive cash flow monthly, and also appreciation potential for the long term here in this great Jacksonville, fast-growing Florida market. All right, so let me see what else I have to say. Yep, that's pretty much it. A very good, high-quality property, very good location, very desirable. The demand for this kind of rental properties via foreclosures far exceeds supply, so therefore expect to be you also have to have 2 years of property management experience as well in order to qualify for the 5% Vendee financing. But anyway, so if you want to if you're interested in this type of property, but this particular property only are geared toward my existing investors that already in my program, they have the ability to pull the trigger very, very quickly. So if you are motivated for under the category, you qualify everything else, then you consult with me and we work together, and I can help you design your real estate portfolio using VA foreclosure purchase system. Thank you so much for listening, and I will log out and talk to you soon. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Have a nice day. Goodbye.